Yo, what up guys, Sammy Lee here from the Soul Brothers. Today we're going to be doing a versus video. And I have the Jordan 33 and the Kobe Fast Fit. Of course, the Jordan 34 is out, but I haven't been able to get a pair. They both have the Fast Fit system, so I want to do a versus video between the two of them. If you guys want to cop either of these, we'll leave links below. But let's get it started off with the traction. So the traction is actually really similar as far as like the shape of the outsole goes. It's more of like a nub traction pattern, and I would say the Jordan 33 is a lot harder. You know, the Kobe's actually moves a lot more. It's a lot easier to move with my finger. So as far as durability goes, I would say the Kobe AD is a little bit worse. But there also is fraying on my Jordan 33. They're both very, very translucent, and on the clean court, they bite really, really hard. Super loud squeak on the Jordan 33. The Kobe's are still loud and squeaky, but not as loud as the Jordan 33 if you guys like that. And as far as on the dusty setting, the Kobe AD does pick up a little bit of dust. It's not horrible on dust, but it still does pick it up, and it's fairly hard to wipe off. But once you do wipe it off, you have a few good stops. Again, the Jordan 33, it picks it up really fast, but if you don't have the chance to wipe your outsole and you let too much dust accumulate and build up here, you're gonna be sliding, and it's a really dangerous slide. Like if you're doing a really hard cut or a crossover, step back, or whatever lateral movement, you're gonna slide, and it really, really slides. So that's a little bit dangerous. So just because of that, I like the Kobe's better as far as traction goes. So, but if you're playing on a clean court, they're both really good. Alright, moving on to the cushion. So the cushion, I'm gonna say it right now, I like the Kobe's better because I like the court feel. I really like court feel, and I like to feel low to the ground in most of my shoes. Obviously, if you're gonna have only one shoe, like if you're gonna just play the Jordan 33 and that's your main shoe, you're fine. You get used to it. But I play in a lot of different shoes, and I notice like the court feel on all the shoes, obviously. And the Kobe's are just so low to the ground. They have a React/Cushlon combo drop-in midsole. It's really not bouncy at all. It's more just soft, and that feels great. More responsive. Still, impact protection isn't the best, like on really hard impacts. I would say the Jordan 33 is better for that. So if you if you jump really high, or you heel strike and you land hard on the ground, then the Jordan 33 is going to be a little bit better. As far as bounce goes, the Jordan 33 is bouncier. There is a heel zoom unit, but I can't really feel that. But the 4-foot zoom unit is a large volume zoom unit, and that is pretty bouncy. I had to break it in a little bit, but it feels nice. So it all depends on what you like. But for me personally, I like court feel, and I like the responsiveness of it. The impact protection isn't horrible, besides on just really hard impact. So that's why I will go with this. But if you like more of if you like better impact protection and you like that zoom in the 4-foot, then I would say go with the Jordan 33, because obviously cushion is very subjective and everyone likes different things. Alright, moving on to the materials. As far as thickness goes, I would say the Kobe's feel a lot thinner and a lot more minimal, even though the Jordan 33 in the toe area is super duper thin. As far as quality goes, I don't know, they both use really cheap materials, even though they're both really expensive. The Jordan 33 is $175, Kobe's $200. So I mean, they're using this like really cheap suede, and it's just like, really, dude, But as far as like on foot, especially in the toe area, it feels great. It bends to your foot really, really nicely. But both of the shoes get a little puffy in the ankle area. The Jordan 33, obviously, there's a lot more stuff in the ankle area. But as far as like materials go, I think I would just tie it up, So I'll give it a tie there. As far as heel to toe transition, they're both a little clunky. They have pretty much a squared off shape in both of the shoes. I'd say the Jordan 33 has a little bit of a curve. The Kobe's also have a little bit of a curve, but still, like, there's really no compression in either of the shoes. The Jordan 33 does compress just a tiny bit, but it's still kind of stiff. And then, of course, the Jordan 33 doesn't really like to bend too much. The Kobe's super bendy. So it all depends on what you like, but the heel to toe transition, like it's a little bit more clunky in the Kobe's in the heel, but you know, going through this and flexing, the Kobe's feel a little bit smoother in that transition. So it feels a little bit different in both of them. I'd say I like the Kobe's a little bit more, but they both have a nice little curve in the forefoot here. Moving on to the fit. The fit in the Kobe's is super duper narrow, and it squeezes my foot still. It did break in as far as like the materials did stretch out just a little bit, but it's still pretty damn narrow. So I just went true to size, and lengthwise I was okay, but there was a little bit of toe room as far as length goes. I don't think I could have gone down half a size because just how tight it is in the toe box and how narrow it is. So just watch out for that. If you have a super narrow foot, maybe you can get away with going down half a size. But if you have a normal size foot, you should be good true to size. If you have a wide foot, just look the other way. Don't get this shoe. The Jordan 33 also is slightly narrow. Also like a little bit more toe room as well in the Jordan 33s. So if you have a normal / I guess wider foot, this should be better. And also the Jordan 33 runs a little long, so I would suggest going down half a size. They both have fast fit systems, and the Jordan 33, you have this system where you have the strings right here and I guess more in the mid-foot section and nothing else, and it just tightens there. The Kobe's, you have the strings going throughout the entire upper, the forefoot, in the ankle area, and in the midfoot, but it only tightens here in the midfoot section for me and for Dawn. So basically the fast fit system is the same, and of course you have 2 straps. So the speed is around the same as well, and they're both pretty easy to put on. And it's just super convenient because, you know, it does loosen up a little bit while you're playing, so you can just, you know, pull on the pull tab and make it tight again. So as far as the fast fit system goes, tight up. Moving on to the support and lockdown. So for lateral containment, they were both adequate for me, very, very good. But Donny Boy did say the lateral containment wasn't as good as like other shoes. Like it was good, but not like crazy good, you know, for him. So that I'm just saying what he told me. Jordan 33, you're not gonna budge at all. And for lateral containment, this thing is very, very supportive. Ankle support, I would say the Kobe's are better, and it has too much ankle support because the Achilles is just so uncomfortable for me. And I think it's just like the shape of my foot or ankle or whatever, because this thing digs into my Achilles and it never broke in or anything, and I always feel it. So that's why I don't really like playing in the shoe as much. The Jordan 33, it goes as high, but like it kind of dips down here where your ankle bone is, and so I would consider this more of a low. And it feels like a low. There's really no ankle restriction in the Jordans. The Kobe's, you feel a lot more restriction in the ankle area. So there's that, especially if you tighten this Velcro strap really, really tight on your ankle. So there's the support and lockdown there. As far as weight goes, I think we know which shoe is going to be heavier, and obviously it's going to be the Jordan 33, right? So 12.56 for the Kobe's, and this is like 16.01 ounces. Oh my goodness. So yeah, you guys already know this is super, like it's pretty bulky, very, very heavy, and like you can definitely feel it. Kobe's are a lot lighter, a lot more fluid. As far as responsiveness goes, they're both really responsive to play, and you feel quick when, you know, obviously it's a clean condition, but the Kobe's obviously feel more minimal and lighter. Step in comfort, if you're just gonna casually walk around in them, they're both really comfortable, but as far as cushion goes, you can feel the drop in midsole. The cushion is right underneath your foot. There is no strobel board, so that feels a lot more comfortable as far as casually walking around goes. Ventilation, they're both really good. The Kobe's, you don't really have a lot of airflow, but the materials are super thin. And same with the Jordan 33, but I feel like the Jordan 33 has a little bit more airflow through it. So as far as ventilation goes, I tie it up. As far as durability, I did have some people send me pictures of their fast fit system, you know, like breaking. So just keep that in mind. But that was only like a couple of people, and I haven't really heard anything of it. And mine is fine. I don't really play in this shoe that much, so there's that. And obviously we don't really know about the Kobe's, but as far as the materials and like the outsole goes, the Jordan 33 does seem a little bit more durable. Aesthetics, I don't know, I really like the way both of these shoes look. I would kind of lean toward the Kobe's, but I still really like the way the Jordan 33 looks, especially the SEs. So tell us what you guys think looks better down in the comment section below. But wrapping things up, obviously this is what, $25 more expensive, so that's a good amount of money. In our review, we did say this was not worth 200 bucks. There are a lot more shoes for cheaper that have, I mean, don't get us wrong, this is a good performer, but there's a lot of other shoes that have, you know, better performance, or if not the same, for a cheaper price. And same with the Jordan 33, even though it is on sale. But obviously, you guys already know I would pick the Kobe's over the Jordan 33. It's lighter, it's more minimal, and it's like not even a little bit lighter. This thing is way lighter than the Jordan 33. This is 16 ounces in my size. That's really heavy. So I can only imagine what, you know, Donny Boy's shoe weighs, you know. So it's lighter. You know, I like the cushion a little bit better as far as court feel goes and stuff like that. But if you want a little bit more of a supportive shoe, I would say go with the Jordan 33. So yeah, that's the versus video. If you guys want to cop either of these shoes, I'll leave a link in the description box. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next one. Peace.